All right, future charter holders, welcome. You've officially made it to the final month before the CFA Level 1 exam. Seriously, take a second. That is a huge deal. You should be incredibly proud of the work you've put in just to get to this point. So now, let's break down exactly how to make this last month the most effective one yet.
So, I'm gonna guess that right now, you're feeling a mix of, well, everything. A little excitement, probably some serious nerves, and maybe you're feeling just a bit overwhelmed. And you know what? That is 100% normal. But here's the good news. This last month is not about panicking. Not at all. It's about smart, strategic execution. It's about turning all that hard work into a solid passing score.
Okay, let's dive right in, because this is the single most important mindset shift you have to make starting today. The game has totally changed. The strategy that got you here is not the strategy that's going to get you across the finish line. Let me be crystal clear about this. Your number one priority is to stop trying to learn brand new, complex topics from scratch. I know. It's so tempting to want to master every single reading. But trust me, this is not the time for deep dives into stuff you haven't seen. This is the month for polishing the diamond. All that raw material is already there. Now we just have to make it shine.
This slide really lays out the two paths you can take, and the difference is night and day. On the left, you've got the losing strategy, trying to cram, passively rereading, and just feeling totally overloaded. And on the right, that's the winning strategy. Intensive, aggressive practice, targeted review of what you already know, and full exam simulations. We're shifting from being a student to being a test taker. It's a whole different game.
So how do we actually do that? Well, I'm going to break this final month down for you into a clear, actionable, three-phase battle plan. This structure is designed to give you focus and to completely eliminate the guesswork. Let's get right into it.
Here's the roadmap. This is how we're going to conquer the next 4 weeks. We start with 2 weeks of intense, targeted practice on the most important topics. Then, week 3 is all about simulating the real deal to build our test day stamina. And we finish strong in week 4 with a final polish to get your confidence to an absolute peak.
Okay, let's dive into phase 1. For these first 2 weeks, your energy needs a laser focus. As you can see right here, the high-weight topics, we're talking ethics, FRA, equity, and fixed income, they are your absolute priority. I mean, together, these make up roughly half of the entire exam. Overperforming here is totally non-negotiable.
So how do you lock these topics down? It really comes down to this one number. Your goal for the next 2 weeks is to hammer out 60 to 80 practice questions every single day. And look, this isn't just about testing what you know. It's about using those questions as a learning tool to hunt down and expose your weak spots. To put it simply, phase 1 is all about action. Don't just passively read your notes. You need to actively recall the information. That process of pulling information from your brain, not just pushing it in, is what actually builds strong memories. So hit that question bank aggressively. Track every single mistake you make and then immediately go attack those weak areas. And finally, write out your essential formulas by hand. It feels old school, but it's an incredibly powerful way to cement them in your brain.
And now we hit phase 2, the mock exam marathon. In week 3, your focus shifts to one key activity, and it's all defined by this number. Your target, completing 2 to 3 full-length mock exams. This is, without a doubt, probably the most important week of your entire final month.
And listen, taking a mock isn't just about seeing your score. It is a ritual. You have to simulate the real exam conditions. That means timed, with proper breaks, and 0 distractions. This builds the mental and physical stamina you're going to need for the marathon that is exam day. But honestly, the most critical step is the debriefing. Right after you finish, you have to analyze your results to find out exactly where you went wrong and, more importantly, why you went wrong.
Why is this timing practice so vital? Because on the real exam, you have about 90 seconds per question. That's it. Mocks are where you master your time management. They teach you that priceless skill of knowing when a question is taking too long and when you need to just move on, mark it, and come back later if you have time.
All right, you're in the home stretch now. Phase 3, this final week, is all about reinforcement and building unshakable confidence. Use what you learn from your mocks to do a hyper-focused review of your weakest spots. You absolutely must read all of your ethics notes. This is where you can pick up easy points. Keep refreshing those formulas with flashcards, but, and this is important, only do light practice. The goal here is confidence, not exhaustion.
And this might be the hardest piece of advice you'll have to follow.
but it is absolutely essential. 1 to 2 days before your exam, you need to put the books away. I'm serious, stop. Your brain needs time to rest and consolidate all of that incredible information you've packed into it. You have to trust the process.
So, beyond the actual study plan, there are a few essential habits. I call them non-negotiables that are going to support all of your hard work and make sure you perform at your absolute peak on exam day.
Let's run through these quick-fire style. If you're ever debating between reading a chapter again or doing questions, do the questions. Every time. Master those high-weight topics we talked about. And please, do not neglect your health. This is not optional. 7 to 8 hours of sleep, good food, hydration, that's what allows your brain to function. Don't sabotage months of work with a few all-nighters. And lastly, get your exam day logistics figured out now to remove any last-minute stress.
I really want to leave you with this thought as you tackle what will feel like thousands of practice questions. Don't just check if your answer was right or wrong. For every single question, the real lasting learning happens when you take that extra minute to understand why the correct answer is correct, and just as important, why the wrong answers are wrong. This isn't just review, it's learning how you think, and that, right there, is where true mastery comes from.
Okay, let's bring it all home. As you walk into this final month, there's one thing I want you to carry with you above all else.
You have to trust your preparation. You have put in an incredible amount of effort, discipline, and sacrifice to get to this point. The knowledge is in there. This final month is just about sharpening the blade. Execute this strategy, stay disciplined, and I promise you, you will shine on exam day. You've got this.
So I'll leave you with a final question to kickstart your plan. Right now, based on everything we just covered, what is the one weak area that you are going to target and attack starting tomorrow? Define it, make a plan, and go get it. Good luck.